Are you looking for a new football news app? I can't lie, that's a very odd thing to just say in normal conversation, but I mean, then you've got to make sure to check out One Football down in the description below for all of your news, whether you're a Barca fan, Liverpool fan, or an Alfreton. I don't know if it has them, I'm not gonna lie. Just download it anyway. So, hello there everyone, and welcome. It is Niran here, and today it is time for me to mix things up a bit, because today we're going to be talking about a different football game, okay? We are going to be going over the things that are better in Pro Evolution Soccer than in FIFA. The whole game, not just one specific game mode. I'm going to be talking about things that I prefer, just generally speaking, about PES than FIFA. Picked up PES recently, had a chance to play it, and genuinely there are some things that are really, really sick in it that EA and FIFA could definitely nab if they wanted to. Now, I'm a career mode guy, obviously, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are expecting me to compare Master League and career mode on FIFA. I won't be doing that, though, in this video. That'll have its own special one where I can talk about stuff in more detail, because trust me, there's a lot of differences between Master League and career mode. Today, we'll be talking about just gameplay stuff, Ultimate Team / My Club stuff, and just other things that I prefer in the game itself. Now, the first point comes in the form of kit and club editing / creation. This is so sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only problem is you can only do it because there are such licensing issues with PES, because they don't have the licensing for the clubs necessarily, or all of them in the Premier League. This is the only way that you can actually edit the clubs, but it's still cool. And if you're on PC, you can just put the clubs in yourself. And actually, I think there's mods on both PlayStation and PES to be able to do that anyway. So on top of that, then you can actually edit the club strip and their badge and just everything. Like, you can even create 3rd and 4th kits for your team. Imagine how sick it would be in career mode, or just even on FIFA generally speaking, if you could edit the kits, edit the badges of the clubs, or create new ones, because you could do that really on PES as well. You could just replace an existing team with a new badge and then create new kits for them, change their club, change their signings, and change their players and roster. The possibilities really are actually endless. It's such a good feature, one that I would love to see in FIFA in the future. Number 2, we've got Become a Legend. Just this entire game mode on its own. There's not even any specific feature within it. Become a Legend on its ones is just incredible. It is exactly what the journey should have been. Maybe it should have a couple of the cutscenes from the journey, but generally speaking, Become a Legend is infinitely better, okay? You can customize and create your own player. You can actually start games on the bench. You can play international games. You can do an entire career, but at the same time, it's way more in-depth than player career mode on FIFA, which is a pathetic excuse at a copy of the same game mode. Become a Legend is so in-depth. It's got its own little storylines, and if you do have PES, or you've not got PES, but you are interested in offline game modes, I would genuinely really recommend this. I remember playing Become a Legend back on 2009, and I spent hours and hours on a career mode making my own player, because it was just so good and addictive, and also rewarding as well. One thing about player career mode on FIFA is that it's just playing games. There's no 3D element to it at all. They tried to do that with the journey, but then because you have to be a made-up player, you can't even create your own person or make it personalized. You lose the element of being rewarded in that as well. Become a Legend is just a perfect combo. It's a brilliant game mode. Number 3 is maybe a contestable one, but one that I've definitely noticed myself, and I think a lot of people on Twitter have also talked about, is that the gameplay, in my opinion, is a lot less scripted. Stuff just happens. You know, when you're playing against the AI, or when you're playing online, and, oh, I mean, online you've got momentum, but when you're playing against the AI, you just know you're going to concede a goal. And it's not even because of negative mental attitude or willing things to happen, but you just know you're going to concede a goal to the AI, or you can just predict because you go 3 goals up and then the AI suddenly switch on. That always happens on FIFA. I've not noticed that as a thing. On PES, the gameplay just seems a lot more natural, and it's not trying to make things happen. You know, it's a debate for another day as to whether the gameplay is better on PES. I think it's a lot more free-flowing and a lot more fun and enjoyable. I wouldn't say there's much of a defensive element as there is in FIFA, which I think makes it more enjoyable. But generally speaking, I think the players move a lot better on FIFA. Some of the animations are a bit better on FIFA, etc. But the lack of scripting is definitely something that I enjoy about PES. Number 4 is random selection mode. It's such a cool little underrated game mode. It's like the new kickoff mode for FIFA, but it's better than all of them. So basically, what happens is you go onto this game mode, you choose a team that you're gonna represent in terms of the kits and the badge, but then you're randomly allocated a squad full of players through the entire database of the game, and then the team that you're playing is also randomly allocated 18, for example, players to the database of the game. You then get like 3 key players. One is usually around about 75 overall, one is about 79, and one is a world-class player. And then after that, you can do a trade system where you can actually like steal one of the best players from the other team. So you can pick a player that you want to steal from the other team, and then you can pick a player that you want to protect, as well as a player that you want to get rid of. If you choose from the opposition a player that was protected by the opposition, you'll get their unwanted player, who's usually a 60 rated guy, and it's just completely useless. So it's random, but there's an element of strategy to it as well. It's really, really good. It's one that's difficult to explain unless you actually play it, but it's so good. I think it's playable online as well. If not, make it happen. Number 5 is better celebrations. I love the celebrations on PES. They go through every single patch and update, and they add new celebrations to the game, usually for players they've got specifically licensed. So Bobby Firmino, for example, has had loads. In recent times, he had the karate kick one, he had the covering his eye one, he has the other one that Sadio Mane tried to copy that's probably on the screen right now. But generally speaking, the celebrations are so much better. You know, there's taking off your shirt, and I think PES, just generally speaking, is a bit more of an edgier game than FIFA. FIFA is very PC, very squeaky clean, no arguments amongst players, no taking your shirt off, because that's not condoned by FIFA itself as a governing body, whereas PES can get away with some of those things, and it makes the celebrations so much better, and so much more unique as well. And also the actual angles and cameras and stuff for them seem a lot better than the FIFA ones. The FIFA ones are a little bit repetitive, whereas the PES ones seem to be different pretty much every single time. Number 6 is that PES actually has a very generous Ultimate Team alternative. And it's not a great marketing strategy in the sense it probably doesn't earn them as much money as it does for EA, but they are actually really just, if you're looking to be treated nicely by an online game mode, I think PES's My Club is definitely the one for you rather than FIFA's Ultimate Team. I think it rewards you a lot more for just putting time and money and effort into the game mode rather than FIFA and Ultimate Team. I mean, you know, it's always been said Ultimate Team doesn't really reward you properly. It does eventually, but I think it's not exactly a proper 100% correlation between time put in, money put in, and then what you get out of it. But I would say PES is a lot better for that. And also they reward you with stuff when they've done something wrong. So I think the servers were down for like a day on PES, and they just gave all of their players more coins. You would never get that really with EA, and there was a lot of issues with SBCs going wrong on Ultimate Team, and they didn't really reward their customers for being patient and sticking by them. They just sort of just apologized, and then that was pretty much the end of it. Number 7 is that although there are some licensing issues with PES, there are certain things you can only get on Pro Evolution Soccer, including the new camp, including some of the national teams, some of the leagues as well. You can only get the Russian League and the Brazilian League on Pro Evolution Soccer, sorry. The Russian League isn't even on FIFA, and the Brazilian League isn't licensed on Career Mode or FIFA either. So if you're a fan of either of those nations, or you're a Barcelona fan, PES is really a pretty decent alternative for you because they've got stuff that you can't actually get on FIFA. Number 8 is a small one, but one that I absolutely love. This would be so good in FIFA. Banner creation. You can create your own banners around the stadium. How sick is that? Back in the day, if you were an Arsenal fan, you could have slapped Wenger out on a banner, and you could have actually had it at the Emirates. It would have been brilliant. Unfortunately, you can't do that on FIFA, but you can do it on PES, and it's such a great and small little feature as well. I think you can create up to 3, and they can all appear in different areas of the stadium when you're playing the game. And finally, I know this is going to be a contestable one, but it's the face scans. I'm not sure. I think I prefer FIFA's overall graphics, but the face scans, just on their own entity on PES, are really good. I actually think they're better than FIFA. It's a tough one. I think it's marginal, and I think it does just depend on the person. But personally, I think the face scans are better. Overall graphics are better on FIFA, but the face scans, in my opinion, are a little bit more realistic on Pro Evolution Soccer. That's all I'm gonna say. And with that controversial point, we wrap up all the things that I think are better on PES than on FIFA. Let me know down in the comment section what else you think is better on Pro Evolution Soccer for those that play the game. Would you consider buying PES next year if there isn't much done to FIFA? Drop that down below as well. If you enjoyed that video though, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media these days too. My Twitter and Insta are at @theofficialfng and links are down below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.